Hello everyone, my name is Yati. We are going to discuss about the firewall from the scratch. In initial class, we discussed about the what type of the firewalls and what is the purpose of the firewalls. We will also discuss the stateful and stateless and some other items as well in respect with the firewalls. Today we are going to discuss about the mainly FortiGate firewalls and how exactly is it. So first we will discuss about the overview of the FortiGate firewalls. If we received any firewall from the vendor, so how it look like. So in short, I want to say we are going to unbox the firewall. Anyway, we don't have a physical here, but we are going to unbox this. Okay, so you can see when we receive any firewall from the vendor, so only one box is there. Because this is the hardware, so it's come in the box, and we open the, we will see one hardware that is metal box is there, right? There's two part is there. One is the front, and the another side we have a back portion is there of the FortiGate firewall, right? So you can see I have mentioned this is I just take the snip from the FortiGate 100 app. You can see the model here. So this is the FortiGate 100 app. There is multiple models are available in the market for the FortiGate. So, but I'm just focus on right now is 100 app. So you can see there is a in the first sections here. You can see actually the three LEDs are there. They are just showing the what exactly happening inside the box, like alarm, power, and load, CPU positions. Everything is showing here, right? Then there's a multiple physical ports are available on this box. First, I mentioned the sequence number as you can see. First port is the USB port. Okay, so USB port generally used for this configuration of this FortiGate firewall, and in some cases if anything problem is there or we want to do physically upgrade of the firewalls, what we can do, we copy our firmware image to the pen drive or the USB drive and then attach box, okay, via the using the USB port. So we are able to do the upgrade of the firewall as well. So purpose of this USB port is simple. First one, the purpose of the USB port, first one is the backup. Second one is the firmware upgrade. Right. Let's check about the second port number. Second port number is my uh, console port. Okay. So console port basically we use for when we receive this box first time. Okay, so we will connect the cable console cable to this port and get the CLI access. Okay, this is not only first time, but we will use even later as well in the real life as well after the implementation of the firewall boxes. So generally, it will provide CLI access of this device. Okay, and we also said this is our serial connections. So generally, in short, we can take the CLX of the firewall using this port. Got it. Third one, third one is the we have a two ports here, right? The two ports are generally we use for the management purpose or the DMZ. It's already mentioned here. You see, we have a two ports here, and one we can use for the management purpose. So generally, what happen once we have a firewall in the infrastructure, so generally we dedicate one of the interface for the management purpose only. So when using this port number, we will access our device or laptop or the systems to get the web access of the device. Got it? Using this one, once we have access, once we have access to this one, so what will happen? We easily check out the configurations and we'll do and make the configuration changes in the box. Okay. Next one, section 4, you can see even I'm talking about all these ports. Actually, these ports generally I'm talking about the 3, 4, 5. Okay, and even 3, 4, 5. Actually, this is the port generally available on this port to make a communications connect devices. So we can connect devices like we want to connect our core switch or the distribution switch, or even in some cases directly connect the user machines. We can use these ports. This is 1 gig port. Generally, we can see this is copper port. Copper ports are there, and we can use for. And you can see the socket here is like this one. This is our RJ45. So we can connect our laptops, switches. Generally, we connect the switches and the routers in our infrastructure, but in some cases, if any environment is there, we directly connect the laptops and server as well. Okay, next one, you can see the ports. So actually, this is a SFP port. So whenever we need a high utilizations of the devices or we need a high bandwidth interface, so we can use this one 10 gig. So what exactly there? These are the blank ports actually. So we need to insert a SFP here. SFP is there is a one hardware module is there that is coming in the different bandwidth. So might be it's a 1 gig, 10 gig, and even many more. This port will support till 10 gig only. Got it. But if you have a other vendor, sorry, other firewall model, like discussing about the FortiGate 100 app, 101 app. But in some cases, if you are discussing about the 1200 or 1500 firewall, so in that what will be different? Might be they will support 40 gig as well. It's up to the box's capacity, right? But here in this model right now, what are the available here? That are the uh, SFP ports, and it can support up to the 10 GB. Okay. Next one, we have a few more ports are there, number 8 and 9. Then again, this is the number 8 and 9 are the SFP port, and we can use for that one. Okay, this is RJ45. We can use for the connecting our infrastructure cables and all the things. So right, this is a generally this is all the copper ports we can use for that one. Now let's come to the back portion of this device. So you can see we have a two power modules here. You can see two items are there. So here we have a two power adapter are there. So in case of the any one power failure, in case of the one power failure, we can use the another one. Okay, so it will the reason of the supply is simple. If anything happen with the one power supply, our device is capable to handle the using the single one as well. This is the reason. Okay, you can see few more items here like SP4, RU, and 480 GB. So when we're talking about the 480 GB, it's showing actually what is the hard disk here. Okay, HDD or SSD. But by the way, this firewall is contained HDD hard disk only, and that capacity is the 480 GB. And When you're talking about the SP4, so this device have a processor like in our laptops we have a 4 5 4 6 4 7 4 9 processor processor are available when we have a Intel processor in our system. Suppose we are using a AMD, so in that case we have a Ryzen 5, Ryzen 6, Ryzen 7, and many more are there. But we are working on the firewall. Right? So in firewall itself, we have a different processors. So we call that is the SP4 processor. But now we are discussing about the overview of the firewall. So you can see we on the latest firewalls nowadays in the latest firewalls, we have a CP8 and CP9 processor offered by the FortiGate. CP8 and the CP9 processors in the latest firewalls. Okay, this is high capable content processor. We also call as a content processor. This is the high capable and we on our FortiGate firewalls, right? And the next thing is the RU. RU is basically nothing but is a rack unit. So what happen exactly in our organization, in our data center, we have a rack, right? That generally is a 42 units are there. Okay, 42 units. That means there is a small holes are there in the rack, and the both the side, left and the right side. Okay, we also can say this is the generally used this was to mount our hardwares here. Okay, so generally rack come in the units, but that size might be different. Sometimes is uh, generally I seen the 42 units there, but recently I visited one of the data. There one rack is 44 unit is there, so I'm not sure this is the one standard size. I as I know, but I seen 44 unit rack unit in one of the center. Okay, so I'm not sure what is the standard size is there for nowadays. But yes, earlier I know 42 is the standard size. Okay, leave it anyway hardware part. We don't want to dig into it. But you can see whenever we buy any device, anything, you buy the wall, you can buy the servers or anything. Generally, what happens, you can see the rack units, right? So here, when we have a one rack unit, that means nothing but is a combination of the three holes. Okay, combination of three holes. So we will mount our device in the rack using the three holes. Okay, so you can generally what happen you whenever we firewall we have a mount and we are put here the both the sides. Let me change the color. Okay, so generally we mount use the mounting point less at the both the firewalls and screw up the both the items. Then here you can see three are there at the both the side. Using the holes, you can put your firewall here and just screw here. So it will mounted in the rack. This is the generally purpose we are using that one. Okay. So this is just an overview of the our firewall, how exactly is it and how it looks like. Okay, let's jump